Hello.
Hello.
How are
Nice to
you?
meet you.
Feels
I'm
like
so
forever.
I know.
It's
Time's getting
oh,
away.
it is, but I've been creepily watching you all year because I have loved your story. Your whole trip to Nashville, and it looked amazing. How was it all? Because we saw you in Tamworth, and then it feels like you've been just absolutely flying ever since.
It's been so incredible, and honestly, I cannot believe that we're in September. Like, this year has absolutely flown, and I mean, my keyword of 2023 was to live and go for it. So, I mean,
Great.
Nashville, it started out as, I think it was 2 weeks I was originally going for, which turned into a month, and then I came
Yeah.
home nearly 4 months later. So I'm not sure
Yes.
we can work that out, but if that doesn't describe how much work I was doing, how much fun I was having, and the
Oh,
success I was having while being in the States, yeah, it was so, it was just incredible to be there and like-minded people 24/7. That's something so
yeah.
special about Nashville.
So special. It gives you goosebumps. Gives me goosebumps. It was so cool to watch you, and I've always, since I saw the cupcake that you got to have for Carrie Underwood's thing, that looked amazing. That cupcake.
Well,
Did
that
you
was
eat
so
it?
fun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And each tier was a different flavor.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Cake, yeah, from the cupcakes. So I
That's
tried at
special.
least 2 or 3 of those.
Good, good. It'd be rude not to, really. Uh,
Exactly, and they were forcing us, so, you know.
yeah. How can you choose which one you like best if you can't test it first? But what a lovely thing to do, and just to see, it was so nice seeing you. And I knew that you were going, but I was surprised when it seemed like you were there still. I thought, oh wow, you weren't just there for a quick trip, but you were, and it changed. But how did you find it over there? Was it really different to the music industry here, or how did you? Because there's a lot of Aussies over there, and you got to spend a bit of time with quite a few of them. What was it like?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a home away from home. As I was
Yeah,
just saying before, like, I think one of the key things is like-minded, world-class musicians 24/7, and they're just your mates. They're the people you see at the supermarket, at the clothing store, like, it's just so incredible. And I literally stepped foot into Nashville and was just open arms. Like, they just were so welcoming, and it was just so incredible. And I seriously believe I've written some of my best songs to date, which are all still
yeah,
to come. Um,
wow.
Off in 2024, and I was able to tick so many goals as an artist that I set for myself, but also meet heroes like Carrie Underwood.
Yes,
Like, where else do you get to do that in your own backyard? Do you know what I mean? Like, where you live
exactly.
and work. So yeah, it was really, really incredible, and um, yeah, just the next step in my career. So it was super
It's
exciting.
the whole I remember watching you thinking, and I thought, I know that you'd be soaking every moment of that in, and every bit of knowledge, because every one of those musicians, as you said, they're world class, and the knowledge that would be just coming out of them, and things for you to, oh my gosh, I have to remember that. It'd just be taking it, as much of it as you can, but at the same time still trying to enjoy yourself as while you're there, would have been amazing. Yeah, I was really excited for you, watching you the
Yeah,
whole time.
definitely notebooks full of notes. It's so
Great.
much to take in, but also if you're implementing it, which I was straight away, well, that's easy. You can keep up
Yes.
with everything.
And
Yeah.
exactly right. Exactly. Yeah. Do you feel like you've come back different as an artist? Like, do you think that it's changed how you're going to go forward and how you write now? Those
Well,
sorts
I
of things.
think being able to set myself that time to just fully be me as an artist,
Yeah.
everyone goes through so much, in everyday life, whereas I was technically in another country doing just that. That was my only focus. There wasn't any sort of distraction of normal life. So I think that I was just able to really find me as an artist, songs I really want to write about, people that I
Yeah.
write so well with, producers that I want to produce my songs as well. So I just think I was able to really grow, and I'm such a learner. Like, I love
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
love
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
grow quickly. Yeah. And
I'm like
so
that too. Sometimes you just want to hear it and
yeah,
take it
and
in.
I love
Yeah.
that. I don't think anyone is at, like, an end of anything. I think we can always learn and grow no matter what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was super
I think
exciting.
we do every day without even realizing it. I think every day we change and we learn and grow. I think that's one of the really exciting things about being human. I think we can do that. We can always absorb.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite sayings is plant yourself where you want to grow. And I think that's super exciting too as
That's
well. And
I love that. Plant yourself where you want to grow. I'm going to take that to work tomorrow, and I'm going to use that with my students. So I will tell them where it came from. I promise. I won't steal it.
Wherever we can keep growing, doesn't matter.
Exactly. But no, welcome back to start with. Does it feel nice to be home as well? Because I know when you're away that long, you do actually get to a point where it's nice to come home as well.
100%. Like your own bed, family, friends, and I missed a few key moments whilst being away. So it was so nice. Some of my best mates and family members have had children, and like it's just super exciting to be back as well. Yeah, it's so beautiful to be able to do both.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad you're home and I'm glad you're doing well. But when you came back, you didn't go, oh, I'm going to have a rest now. You just kept going. So I'm home, no time for rest. But you started on a whole tour and more music. Tell us a little bit about since you've come home and how it's running and going so far.
Yeah, I don't even think I was in the country 72 hours, and I hit the ground running with our first show, and we've got over 25 shows on my Something About This Town tour. Just getting back to other towns we've been, or new towns, or massive dream festivals. We're just trying to get back to the people that have supported me the whole time. We're meeting so many new people, which is incredible as well, and playing all my brand new songs in our brand new show. So, I mean, I'm literally just living my best life at the moment. I'm just so excited to be doing what I'm doing. And yeah, I don't take any second of it for granted, because I'm serious. I've got one of the best jobs in the world. So yeah, it's really lovely to be back, and we're very busy doing plenty of shows, and literally on the road at the moment as well. So it's exciting.
25 shows is huge. We're nearly at the end of the year. There's not that much more to go. Look at you.
I know.
And then you go straight into Tamworth and start again.
Exactly. And that's not done in 2024. So
yeah, exactly. Chris has just popped on to say hello. Thank you for coming across, Chris. Our Facebook was working, and as soon as we hit live, it decided to stop. So it's done this a few times. I think there's a few rules of Facebook that sometimes do weird things, but Scott's working on it right now, and we will also be posting it on Facebook like we always do. And Kayleen's popped across too. So, and Jonathan, they're all here. Everyone's popping across.
Nice to have you guys here.
Lovely to have you guys joining us. Sorry about Facebook. It is being fixed. I can see Scott is working away very hard.
Working his magic.
So Something About This Town is not a song that you wrote when you were away recently. This is one that you wrote before you went.
I actually wrote it with David Carter about a town that I've been living in prior to moving to Nashville, in central Queensland, and the incredible support that I've had from those people. Literally, they were some of the people being like, what are you doing? Go to Nashville now. We'll back you and you're going to thrive. That community support. I've had that always. My hometown's Mackay as well. They did that. And then I went to Nashville, and I had this song obviously in my back pocket. And then I finished it there because the two towns remind me so much of each other. So Tannum in central Queensland, Tannum Sands, and Nashville, Tennessee. And it's just that community spirit and just pulling each other up, like that vibe. And there's something about this town. That's how the whole song came about. So I kind of finished it in Nashville, but the bones of the song were definitely written in Australia, of the great people. Yeah. And the people I've met on tour as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, this industry, I think if you're somebody that likes to meet people and get to know people, it's one of the most beautiful parts and luckiest parts about it, I think, isn't it? We get to see people that we probably would never come across if we didn't go down this road, people that in towns that you probably would have never got to go to, and things that you wouldn't have seen. So it is definitely a really great meaning behind it, and it's beautiful. I love it. How's it been going since the release? Have you had lots of messages from people? Are people liking it when you're singing it live? What's the receipt of the song been like?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been It's been really incredible. I'm just reading Kathleen's.
Yeah, David the Carters, yeah.
Oh, I love both David and Marilyn. It's actually so funny. Really quickly on that story, I met David and Marilyn when I was about, I was probably 13.
Wow.
Yeah, at the Australian Academy of Country Music Excellence, but the junior one. Yeah. And David was there as a mentor. And then years later, we reconnected, and I always catch up with them, minimum at Tamworth. If not, they've got Carter and Carter retreats and things like that. And I couldn't agree more. I love both of them. And a lot of my songs now, like almost most of the songs of my last album, and the next song coming out as well, are all written with David. So I just love him so much.
Oh,
yeah.
You can't get more talented, can you? They're amazing.
No, yeah. So it's been really incredible, but
very special. Very, very special. Yes. Well, there you go. So this one was, as you were saying, with David, and then the next one, that is so lovely to hear and exciting. I'd love to count up how many songs he's had released that's got his name partly on the co-write. I reckon there'd be an awful lot out there.
I'm nearly in the double digits, so whether they're released or coming out. So he's they're incredible people.
Incredible, yeah. Yeah, so yes, also saying about how it was being received and what people were feedback from the song. Sorry, we're good at that. We'll get off track.
It's been incredible, and I mean we've landed some big editorial playlists across Spotify and Apple Music we haven't landed before. Radio has always been incredible with my songs and media, so they've just jumped on that bandwagon again as well. Like literally, we can't do it without them. So it's so incredible, and people like yourselves But it's done internationally success as well, which is super exciting. A lot of the people in the US and the UK and Canada as well have picked up the song. So, yeah, it's really exciting to be a part of all of that.
Yeah, it's so special. Yeah. Actually, it's funny, isn't it? You think that you release a song and you think, oh, that'll get picked up by that playlist, and you cannot pick it. It is such a hard thing to work out, the streaming services, that's for sure. But how wonderful that it is on those playlists, because it deserves to be. But it's nice. It's nice to see it. I know you're sitting there with the guitar. Would you like to sing a song for us, and we can come back and have a chat about your next single?
Absolutely.
I'll leave you for the song.
Thank you. This is Brittany Elise with my song, my brand new single, Something About This Town. It's the coffee shop that knows your order and calls you by first name. It's the whole town cheering you on as you run out for the Friday night game. Hey. It's hello and it's good morning as you see a familiar face. It's knowing you belong here. Yeah, there's something about this place. A simple life with people you can trust. Something about this town makes you feel alive. Something about this town, feeling the touch to find, like opening doors, hurt on your sleeve, knowing you'll always stand by me. There's something about this town, something about this town. It's our names carved on the trees where we met at the end of that old dirt road, and the bonfire sparks climbing into the sky on the beach where everyone goes. Hey, staring each other jump off those rocks at the local water hole. The feeling you belong here that you never felt before. Place to laugh, cry, and fall in love. There's something about this town that makes you feel alive. There's something about this town, a feeling the touch to join in? There's something about this town. 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 There's something about this town that makes you feel alive. There's something about this town, a feeling that's hard to find, like opening doors, hurt on your swing, knowing you'll always stand by me. There's something about this town. There's something about this town. There's something about this town.
I love that song. Oh. There's so many people commenting too. Something about this town. Current single. If you haven't already heard it, make sure you head over to the streaming platforms as soon as we've finished and add it to your playlist, because it's a wonderful song. And there's more music coming really soon. You've got another single coming out in a couple of weeks? Not long at all.
Yeah, literally. I mean, we wrote so much in Nashville that I absolutely loved. I was like, why hang on to it? Let's just, if I love like the songs, and I would love to, like, everything's about relatability. So I would love other people to relate to them. So we just keep putting them in the world, and everyone relates to different songs. So why not get the ball rolling? So
do it. Absolutely. Yeah. And Kaylin just asked a question about Senior Academy. You did do Senior Academy in 2018, didn't you? Was that right? Have I got that right?
Yeah, Senior Academy.
Yeah.
Yes, you would have seen me there. Yeah. A couple of years ago now, just pre-COVID. So and that was incredible. Like, really, that was a kickstart for me as well.
It's amazing how much that it's 2 weeks, and you think, 2 weeks you can't learn that much, but people come out of Academy so amazed, and there's never a bad word about Academy. People just learn so much in it, don't they? And friendships that you make as well.
That's what I was gonna say. It's actually like, again, it's a place in time where you get to be with like-minded people, an incredible, world-class artists that mentors. But you know, our entire group, including my junior group when I was 13, we are all still good friends. I mean, everyone's doing music still in some capacity. Some more than others, but that's just life. And we're all just such good friends and just love it. So, and what more can you ask for? So
exactly,
we love the Academy.
It's beautiful. And if anybody is thinking about doing it, don't hesitate. It's not something that you would ever regret. It's lovely to see people coming out of there.
It's not an age thing either, and it's not a career thing, meaning you can go at any point in your career and you will take something, if not multiple things from it. And same thing with age.
Yeah, absolutely.
And appreciate it.
Jonathan said it was fantastic. Play it again as well. Kaylin said that she's singing along. Yeah, exactly. And she said she's singing along. Kaylin is in the background too. It is a song that you want to sing along to. I must admit, it just gets you. You get yourself. You want to sing, and I love that about the song. But you've got a new one coming out. Tell us what you can. I know probably can't tell us everything, but tell us.
I'm going to tell you everything. It's okay. Yeah, we're excited. So September 29, I'm releasing Get This Party Started, actually highly requested on my Something About This Town tour, which is super exciting. I mean, we're just, as we were talking about before, I just came back from Nashville and we've hit the ground running, and I really feel like the party's, it's already happening and it's starting, you know, with my career, with our tour, with everything happening. And we love playing it live. Like, if you've ever been to a live show on this tour, anyone that's been to those shows will understand what I mean. But like, I play the drums in this song, and it's just so much fun. And there's the hook, or the catchy part of the song, like it gets stuck in my head. And I don't normally say that about my own songs, but the whole thing is this fun, relatable, let's get this party started together, like a country party, meaning good friends, good mates, you know, and a good festival or show, wherever you're at, there's nothing like it.
No, 100%. It's one of those things. Often, I remember when we were growing up, and people weren't into country music as much as what they are now. But I remember saying you don't understand until you see it live at a festival, like Gympie or Tamworth, or even just at a show. But there's something about this industry and that happens when we're live that you don't get in other genres and other areas. I don't think it's very hard to explain to people if they haven't seen it and felt
100%.
it.
And there's so many people coming across the country now. It's so funny,
Yeah,
but
it's so good.
I mean, it's mostly just great songs that are relatable, and great people, both artists and fans and
That's
industry
right.
people. Like, there's no them and us. We're just all one. Like, we're all
That's right.
just on the same playing field, and that's so special. That, in my opinion, about country music, and it's real stories, real people telling it. So
I think that's why people are coming across, because they've realised that they had this idea in their head of what country music was, and it was absolutely nothing like what they thought. And it's like, oh, well, that's kind of what I've been doing. It's just I haven't realised that I've actually been country all along. And
100%.
and that's Kaylin said she might see you on the cruising country one day as well. That would be amazing.
We hope so. Yes.
That would be as long as you don't get seasick.
No, I've just been on a cruise recently, and I had to test and try it, so it's all good.
Oh, good. You were okay.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing worse would it? Becoming
No,
a performer
trying to sing at the same time. Yeah.
That'd be I wonder if that's an issue that any of our artists have had, because I often think that. I hope they have been on a boat before they actually accept that gig. But yes, no, you've got so much going on. What's the best place? I know you've got all your socials, but what's the best place to keep an eye on? I know not just for the new single coming, but for all of the rest, and just find out where you're on tour and where they can get tickets from.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Facebook and Instagram are some of the best places at the moment.
Yes.
But we've obviously got my website as well, BrittanyEliseMusic.com. And then in terms of music, well, anywhere, any platform in which people are listening, it's available. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. There's so many different platforms now, but we've tried to make it available on every platform where people are listening. So
this is one of my favorite slides that Scott's done for us. Yeah. Look at all of your music.
The progression of the songs, I love that. Yeah, so funny that you put this up, because Dear Brother is at the anniversary of releasing that song tomorrow.
Oh,
so
really?
That's because it's I released it as a part of Are You OK Day.
Yes,
and that's tomorrow. It
is. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Are You OK Day. That's come quick.
It has, 12 months goes fast, but it's that's super special song to me, and we've had such a journey. That's what I mean. Every song tells its own story.
Yeah. And it's never ending, and that's what I love about watching artists and seeing you guys after every single song, because you're like, oh, this is adding a bit more to the story. It's like a movie. I get to see it all.
I'm laughing at Kaylene's comment. That's so good. Kaylene, I can't wait to be with you on the ship one day, and we will try that out.
Try that, see how it goes.
I love line dancing. Nashville, that was so good, so much fun. We went every Tuesday.
There'd be people everywhere doing it, wouldn't it? It'd be packed.
You'll love this story really quickly. We we went to the line dancing kind of downtown Nashville, which is probably more of a tourist area. And it was good. It was quite easy though, like just a nice fun night. And then we went to the Nashville Palace, which is where the locals go to do line dancing.
Yes.
There's like an easy, intermediate, hard class. Anyway, and we've rocked up for the easy class. Oh, it was hard. The easy class was hard. And then progressively we watched for the rest of the night going, how hard does hard get? And it was wild. It was so cool. Gosh. But I was like, one day I'll be there.
Be on the hard course.
Oh, it was incredible. It was incredible. But
it's a real workout.
Oh, definitely, yeah. The sweat was real. And a lot of people there.
We think that we got it hard here and we don't.
No. Oh, too funny.
Oh, wow. How special. You've got so many stories come from there. You'll be able to write for years after this 12 months.
Oh, I definitely will be, for sure.
Yeah. And where can we see you currently? You're on the road at the moment. Can we get tickets for some shows coming up? Whereabouts are you?
Yeah, we've got a couple of free concerts because I just love people to come. So, and we've got some big ticketed shows as well. We're hitting Sunshine Coast this weekend, on
Yes.
our way south. So we're then got Alpine Hotel in Cooma, which is New South
Yes.
Wales. We're going all the way through. We've got our show in Melbourne, and then we're playing, which is a massive goal for us, Danni Muster.
Yes, that's going to be
This year.
fun.
Yeah, so that's going to be huge. So we'll be playing there. And then we're coming back. We've got the Fremantle Hotel. And then we're, which is in Malong, sorry.
Yes.
And then we're coming back to Queensland, and we've
Yep.
got some really cool Outback Queensland shows. So we're playing Charleville, St. George, and then making our way back to, we've got a show in Toowoomba, Airlie Beach Music Festival for any Queenslanders as well.
That'll be lovely.
Yeah, there's the beautiful Whitsundays in summer. What else could you ask?
Oh, yeah, you've seen it all this year.
Yeah, literally, and that was the plan. How much
Yeah.
of the world can we see, and Australia in particular? So
yeah, and next year it doesn't sound like you're going to be slowing down. It sounds like you're going to be on the road, more music releasing. It's just all happening. You're in Mildura. When you're in Melbourne, I know your Victoria Melbourne shows on the 27th of September. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kayleen's going to be in Mildura while I'm in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So we'll have to catch the next one. We're trying to get to Mildura, so we'll
So I'm just trying to,
hopefully
Oh, that's all right. Well, you will definitely see her in Tamworth, Kayleen. Definitely.
Yes.
That's coming too quick. Well, not too quick because I love it, but
Yeah.
too quick
because Christmas is gone. Yeah.
Oh no, exactly. Yeah, we're not even ready for that one yet. We might skip that and then just go straight to Tamworth. So
Yes,
save some money. But thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for always coming back. We would love to have you again for the next single, and hear all the stories about writing that and yeah, how it's going, because I know you've tested it out live and people are loving it, which is really special.
They've actually they've picked my next song too so far from the two.
Gosh. Yes.
As in the one after this next one. But
Yeah,
that's the part. Like, we write songs for ourselves, but which ones relate the most? That's how we know. Almost
and
like
how do you feel like the ones that you think are going to relate are the ones that does it sometimes surprise you what ones they pick?
100%. And some songs that I love, like connect to super personally, sometimes they actually are the most successful. Like, the more vulnerable and personal I am about my own story, I mean,
it makes people relate.
We're all different, but we're all very similar at the same time. So and if it's a similar experience, well, obviously that's relatable. But yeah, exactly. I get surprised every time. I actually have no idea often when I release a song. Yeah. And some songs are so successful live, and some songs are just so successful, like just released for radio. Yeah, exactly. So
exactly.
You just really never know.
It's so good, isn't it? It's funny how I think it's another thing that we're talking about in our last show was that you get that vulnerable side of an artist now, because with social media we get to see and learn about you. So when you have those personal songs and those stories, I think because we know the person singing and it's written it better, I think it sort of makes it relate differently to what it probably used to. And as Scott was just saying, where can we get your merch?
Yeah, for sure. BrittanyElisemusic.com. It's my website. Everything should be on there. Oh, beautiful. Yes.
For us.
We've got some exclusive merch at the moment on tour, but like new t-shirts and stubby collars and things. So that'll be going up in the next week or so. So yeah, let's have
those tumbler cups. They look great.
Yeah, we don't have many left actually. Because they've been so successful, and I've just started my own earring
oh my
line.
gosh.
So they've been super successful. I've had to get them remade like 3 or 4 times, and we're not even halfway through the tour.
Wow, that is so good. That is exactly how it should be when you're on tour. Exactly.
It's super exciting. It's so nice having people go away with not just a song, like it's a piece of that show or that festival that they'll remember as well, which is what we're into.
When you do it, because I do that too. I'll go away with a poster or an album, and I won't play the album because I'll stream the album for them so that they then get those size, but like you like to take that, you have that memento, and every time you look at it, you do remember those shows and those moments. It's so
100%. And CD players will be back, so don't worry about it. You'll be able to play.
Just like tapes are coming back and records have come back, CD's not going out.
Thank you again so much. I really appreciate you guys a lot and your time, and can't wait to catch up again.
I cannot wait. Soon.
And to everyone listening as well, thank you so much.
Exactly. You have to come back to Tassie again when I'm here.
Yes, back on the list.
Back on the list. But Jonathan just said in the comments, he said he loves your single, and he's gonna, he'll keep adding that as well. There's lots of people popping in, so thank you guys for coming across. We will also post it back on Facebook. It might actually already be on there. I don't know because I can't see, but if it isn't, for all of you guys watching and waiting on Facebook, we will add it for you as well. But thank you again for joining us. It's been lovely having you, and I can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to catch up. Thanks again. Talk soon. Hey?
All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow night. We've got a show for you tomorrow night. So we will see you then. I won't tell you the time because I, off the top of my head, need to double check it. So check it already up on the page, and have a look at that. And if you press interested, it will remind you anyway. So we'll see you tomorrow. See you guys.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.